Let's go here. All right. So. With a flash of brilliant light, a group of adventurers appears within the back storage room of the currently empty Black Barrel Tavern. Having just returned from some strange dungeon, hidden away within the dark adamantine sphere you found within a treasure chest given to you by the Black Dragon, Yofun. Your group is tired, quite weary, many of you suffering from grievous injuries, along with having the essence of your very strength sapped from within you. You are currently unaware of the time, but your bodies at least are telling you that it's quite late, and that rest is needed for most of you, I assume. The rest of your party, as well as the tavern's owner, Chaudhry, are nowhere in sight. Is there anything that you all would like to do on this evening before just falling into your beds and leveling up? For those of you that are leveling up.
Sleep.
I think Arthur's got about 3 hours of real-time content he wants to get done right now.
Beautiful. Sleep finds you all rather quickly. Those of you that level to level 6, obviously have already done so. You can all also all your hit points back as you rest in the safety of the Black Barrel Tavern.
And those of us who had our temporary hit points drop, get those back, right?
Yeah, you get all the temporary, the hit points from the necrotic damage of the vampires and the strength drain. Your regular ability scores and hit point totals return to you. Which is great news, I assume, for those of you that took any strength damage. Because that shit is scary. Shadows.
The song has the same chord structure as, is it Illyrium or whatever from Gladiator?
Elysium.
Elysium, that's it.
All right, you wake up in the morning. What do you all want to do?
Does the conversation that Arthur had with Lady Avelina take place today?
No, you would have already had that
Okay.
combo. It would have been just on one of the days of your downtime. But you are slotted to have a meeting with her. You were slotted at least to have a meeting with her, on the morning of your departure.
Lovely.
The group.
What day is it?
Where's my calendar? The 4th is the day that it was. God damn it. Come on, calendar, be nice to me. Restart the sandbox.
Are you still using GCal?
Yeah, you would have. It would have been the 3rd when you got sucked into the ball. The 3rd, High Harvest of Heliac the 3rd
I think we try and go find Fent, Sarah, Borseal, or Chandri. Since they weren't there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because we don't quite know how much time has gone past, right?
Right.
Technically. So we would probably want to figure that out.
Pull an Ebenezer Scrooge and cast open a second-story window and call out to the boy in the street. See what day it is.
As you walk out of the storage room and into the Black Barrel, it looks much like it did the night before. There's, no one in it at whatever time it is. Again, you're in a dark cave. Hard to tell exactly what time it is.
Is the leaderboard the same as when we left?
It is, yeah. Has not changed.
Glad to know my coin was well spent.
You did get sucked in the ball after everyone had left, as far as
So at least it hasn't been like a whole day. Unless they don't update it when Saru's not updating it.
Michael, you're in the dark. Oh, there you go.
I'm here. I'm good. I just don't have anything to say. What is your plan?
Go find them, right?
Yeah, I mean, is anybody around? We walk around the bar.
No one's in the bar. Walking outside, you kind of immediately get out into the area before, in between these two bridges, and roll perception, general perception. Anybody and everybody. Oh, starting off strong. Just wasting those crits.
Yeah, for sure.
Really need inauguration to happen.
Just wasting those crits. So you're all kind of looking around. Steven's kind of the first to tune in to the fact that there's not a lot going on. There doesn't seem to be too much noise, which the place tends to echo and have a hum about it during the day, and even during the night, because there's always people moving around or doing something, but there isn't a lot of that hum in the general area that you're in. Bertie's checking in. What
Man,
up?
you looking tan.
What up?
Look at this guy.
The internet there is great.
It is America.
People forget.
And I've been in plenty of places in America that has shit internet.
Yeah, even so, it's still great.
It's so true. It is so true. Yeah, seems really good.
So far, so good. We'll see if it lasts.
That's true. Welcome. Xerxes is still alive and well. Everyone seems fine right now. No one is dead. But yeah, as you look around, it's not as it normally is, people milling about, especially in the ward that you're nearest to, which is slipping my mind what it's called. The Forge District. There doesn't seem to be a lot going on here. And Steven, with your raised position kind of looking out that way, you actually see towards the Stonewater District down next to the water where the docks are. There is a bit more movement, more going on. And you kind of catch what look to be a few guards known as the Candles that you've kind of seen. And there's groups of them kind of moving around and milling about down that way. Though, it's hard to see through all the columns and such. But that is kind of what you pick up on there. Doesn't seem to be a lot happening back in the districts where you are right now. No random passersby or anything.
We could either just go straight to the people, or we could go to the ladies' place, the Hollow Manor. Those are my two ideas. It is safe to say, Michael, that we're aware time has passed, correct? In the Hollow?
Yeah, I mean, well, you just slept 12 hours or whatever, too, sir. 8 hours at least.
Okay. But I was more asking, like, from the moment of going in to the sphere and out of the sphere, did we know if time had passed?
No, there's no way necessarily to tell.
Yep. No, that's fine.
Yeah. Because you went when you were in that room and you left when you were in that room. The only difference being you knew that Chaudhry and Sarah and Fent were at least in the other room when you left.
Gotcha.
So, and they weren't when you came back. But then you guys hit the cots, went to sleep.
Yep. I'm just
Clavius will float the idea of the most likely of our group that we can find quickly is probably Borseal at the library. If we want to find out,
that's a good idea.
What's going on?
Yeah. And meta-wise, we'll know we're in real deep trouble if he's not there. Because I'm worried this is a particular scenario from Lost.
Do you guys want to
season 5 for all those of you who know?
I'm fine with going to go see if Borseal's around the library. It seems like as good a lead as any.
Love it. All right, so you guys start walking, kind of swinging around to the north here, heading to Candlelight Books. On your way, you see kind of off this way, you see like a small group of, again, what looked to be like the candles, just like 3 of them kind of walking together just through this region and down an opposite alley. It doesn't appear that, they necessarily looked in your general direction, but you do see them just kind of walking by. But other than that, there's no one in the Vaults district at all, other than yourselves and those people that you saw.
And that would strike us as odd, correct?
Yeah, there's been just people everywhere. Saru's been out talking to people these last few days, and it's a general city. I mean, there's usually no one walking the streets, so that is a bit peculiar.
Do we want to talk to these guards or just keep going?
I say we find the dwarf who's actually a human.
I was going to say.
He's a human that looks quite like a dwarf.
Looks quite like a dwarf. I say we find him hastily.
So you guys move up to Candlelight Books, walking up to the front door, and you find that it is locked.
Is there a note or anything? Like back in 5 or?
You see no note. You could roll a check if you really want to, but you don't see one.
If it's locked, I'm going to talk to the guards then.
Hang on.
I'm going to talk to the guards.
This group's getting unruly. Arthur's investigating to see if there's any kind of damage or there's really anything that looks out of the ordinary, as if it were anything other than just closed for a weeknight or something.
Yeah, I mean, to you, looking at it, it just appears like closed. There isn't anything that makes you, your spidey sense think foul play or anything like that. It just seems closed. Though, you haven't been to Candlelight Books when the door's been locked, but you've also only been here for 4 days now.
Let's go talk to the guards.
Good with that.
Fine.
Good with Saru leading the way.
All right. So as you guys start heading back down, it takes you a little bit to locate exactly where these guards went, but eventually you kind of get to a back alley where you see them kind of walking a few 50 yards or so in front of you. Saru leading the way.
Hey guys, wait up.
As you say that, you see them kind of quickly turn around, not aggressively, but promptly turn around. And, you there, return to your homes. And then they kind of look a little more strangely at you. You're the... Where? That's them, right? And they kind of talk to each other and start approaching you seemingly fairly cautiously. Confusion pretty clearly on their faces as they're approaching. One of them has his hand on the hilt of his blade as he's approaching. There are three of them, and they kind of, they're not right next to each other. They fan out a bit. What are you all doing back here? Where were you?
Well, we were over in the bunks.
In the bunks.
Yeah, the Black Barrel.
What do you mean? You were in the Black Barrel?
How long has it been since anybody's seen us? We had something. We'd like to go talk to Lady Avelina, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, I think that would be the best. If you'll follow us. It's been about 24 hours since anyone's heard from you.
And what happened in that time that the city's on lockdown?
There was a lot of worry that the attack was bound to happen. We need to get you to the lady.
Wait, so it's nighttime right now?
No, it's morning.
Oh, good. I didn't want to mess up my sleep schedule.
I really did level up.
Yeah, it's mid morning at this point. Almost noon, or almost midday.
Does everything that they said seem to check? Are there any red flags about the intonation?
Oh, I didn't see your insight.
They pause for half a second too long, and then
yeah, no, they seem pretty confused by you saying you were in the Black Barrel. And yeah, they seem to really want to get you to Lady Evelina. They're definitely, you don't sense anything that he was particularly hiding. You get the sense that he is super off and uncomfortable about this situation. It doesn't seem like the guard that was in the most secure district of the city was expecting to encounter any trouble today. And then he's come across the group that's been missing for some time.
You mean my parents? I'm gone for a day.
you vanished from a very secure city. So eventually they kind of walk you up through across the mine works and through the main gate that separates the two districts, the Forge District and the Stonewater District, and you note that it is quite secure. You went through these gates before, and it was a lot more people were passing through them, going to the two districts. They are shut, and there are guards atop the battlements near them. Yeah, what up?
Would you say the way is shut?
It might be, the way might be shut. It's hard to tell.
Okay.
Zaxxas, give me your gun.
And then as they lead you to the Stonewater District and around to the front of the Hollow Manor, you guys see that it does seem like the city has gone into some amount of lockdown. On your way here, you kind of passed by a few other sets of guards, and as they see you, you see them like talking to each other. But the Stonewater District in particular has shifted into a more like almost battle-ready state. As you come across here, the front of the manor, you see kind of positioned out on some of these peninsulas, these large, like scorpion-like crossbows that previously you did not see. You also see that the water is kind of set with these large, like, pikes that look to be made out of like timber. That looks to make it difficult for ships to, gain access and move easily in and out of the city. And these have like, large ropes attached to them and chains. It looks like they may have been hidden beneath the water, that they were able to, pull these up in protection of the docks and such. Roll a anyone that's like kind of like investigating or looking around, roll a perception check for me. Steven's rolling hot. Clavius is not.
Clavius is just playing with his hammer.
This bypasses all kinds of resistance.
It's like, this is magical after all. Anyone that was above a 15 or above, kind of looking out, and this direction here, like far to the south, is where the cave like opens up into this kind of inner lake that then leads to the tunnels. There's multiple tunnels that go out, and there's one large waterfall, one that you kind of came right through or nearby when you kind of came into this area. But you see like that there are like cliffs kind of carved in above some of these entrances, where you actually see that there are people kind of stationed up there with like large barrels and things on these like cliffs that are above some of these cave tunnel entrances. There's barrels and rocks and things like that, things that you would assume could be thrown onto like incoming ships or anything like that, kind of to puncture from above. This is like the first time that you've seen this place this secure looking. Obviously, you knew that it was a secure place because it was so hidden, but it looks like they are also quite prepared for the possibility of conflict if that were needed. And something has obviously set off their alarms. You are then brought in to the Hollow Manor. And you'll only wait for maybe five or so minutes if there's anything that you guys want to talk about amongst yourselves before you are joined by Lady Evelina. You are given the room that you had been in earlier with the same stone table that's been carved kind of the base out of the floor. Sit in silence. Beautiful. So after about 5 minutes or so, the lady will enter the room. She is kind of dressed closer to what you first saw her dressed in when she first greeted you, which was that like ceremonial breastplate. And she will walk into the room and see you all kind of sitting there and join you at the table. All right, so I'm told that you were found in the vaults district of the city. What were you doing back there, and where have you been for the past day?
Well, we were trying to figure out where everybody went. That's when we ran into the guards.
Well, I think sort of she means before that when we got teleported to that place by the thing that Yofun gave us accidentally.
But she also asked why we were in the district. So she
Sure.
asked two questions.
Yes, sir. You are correct. Yes, absolutely.
I think we've bookended and filled the conversation. She probably has a great idea of what happened now.
Yeah, she looks at you guys a bit confused. Okay. Start from the beginning, then?
Oh, you're in that kind of storytelling structure. Okay.
Well, we were looking for your food, and then we ran into Chaudhry, and then he brought us.
No, she means south of the wall.
Oh,
that's true.
Yes. Tell me about Krazik.
Well, I was in Krazik.
Is this a recap episode?
It's a clip show.
do you
Roll
know
that tape.
Do you know Christopher Nolan, ma'am?
So there's this plane, right?
Roll the tape.
Yeah. So we were in the Black Barrel, and Xerxes, Isabel, and I were messing around with this artifact that was among the things that Yofun had given us, and we were investigating it, and all of a sudden it kind of transported us to this dungeon, and we had to fight a bunch of stuff to get out of there, and we managed to get out, and when we did, we couldn't find anybody, and we at least myself and Isabel, and a lot of us almost died, and so we wanted to sleep first, and then we went looking for where everyone was.
She like exhales a nice long exhale. Okay. That is a lot to take in. I am happy to hear that you all are safe. I hope you understand that it caused a great deal of commotion here. As I told you before, we feared the possibility of an attack from the Chaos Legion, and you see, your disappearance caused quite the alarm.
I can assure you it wasn't intended, and that had we known that the device would have done that, we would have stayed well away from it. We'd apologize for any fear that we caused. Won't happen again.
No need to apologize. I believe you when you say that it wasn't intended. And she'll, look to Stephen. Is this the same device that you'd asked me about, Stephen?
Yeah, that one. Really wish you'd known what it was now.
Same. I as well. Okay, well, if you'll give me a moment, I'll go talk to some of the guards and get, tensions down, get the city moving again. Though perhaps we may keep some of our defenses up for the time being. Your friends, Fent and Sarah, as well as Chaudhry, are actually out looking, scouting around the lake, looking for any signs of you, the dragon. So we'll have to send a party out to go fetch them.
Has Yofun been seen?
No, Yofun has still yet to be seen. Though Chaudhry obviously was not out in his normal place this morning.
When are they going to report back?
They'll report back at least by the evening, but we can send for some to get them sooner. Bring them back here. Borsil is actually with Estwin. They are here in the building. I can fetch them if you'd like. Or,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So she kind of stands up and walks out of the room, and she's gone for about 10 minutes at this point. So if you guys have anything to talk to each other about, or anything else you need to do in those 10 minutes, cast any offensive spells against each other. Buffs.
Beast sense.
Beast sense. I don't know. Cap Mahomes he's having a really hard time.
I think he's okay. I think he's doing
a bit
okay.
of a headache, blurred vision.
There's no longer a 1,000-yard stare.
He missed a question, and therefore,
Quite wobbly.
Couldn't do it
on his feet. Before the lady returns, Estwin and Borsil enter the room. Oh my! It is so good to know that you're all back. I'm told you were here the whole time, or kind of here the whole time. I don't really understand. I'm quite thankful you're all here.
Clavius doesn't acknowledge Borsil, brushes right by him, and goes to talk to Estwin and pulls him aside.
Oh, okay, Clavius. I'll talk to you again some other time. And Borsil will sit down at the table, staring awkwardly at all of you. He's on the other side of the table while you're all on one side. So,
y'all hear that Morse code sounding thing?
Probably how St. John's internet works.
It could be. I don't know.
That actually checks a lot.
It's our FBI agent checking into our feed.
Like, somebody from St. John just got on to Roll20.
I'm coming at you live via Telegram. So.
No, I mean it's definitely left over from when we probably tested a nuke on the island. I'm sure.
Estwin has a quick conversation with Clavius before leaving the room, and Borsil just, oh, okay. I guess I'll just sit here with you all.
How's your reading been, Borsil?
Good. Many books, much more than I've had at my disposal in quite a long time. So tell me about this dungeon or whatever, and you can tell him whatever you want about the dungeon. But I'm Michael, and I know exactly what happened there, so you don't have to tell me. After another 5 to 10 minutes, the lady will walk back in, seeing Borsil sitting in her seat. We'll look at him with a bit of disdain before he realizes what's going on. He gets up, stands at the end of the table. She sits down. Okay, tension should seem to relax a bit now that we know what's happened. Get the city moving again. Sorry, it was just a bit of a lot. So, do you all need more time then here to rebound from such a traumatic experience, or do you have plans still to head south?
I think we are all okay, Lady Evelina, and I think the plan would still be to head south to go deal with the Chaos Legion.
Well, all right. I've sent a team out to get Chaudhry and your friends. Because as I told you before, we would give you a boat, and the boat that Chaudhry has will probably be of most use to you. I think you had ridden in on it. You also asked me about a few, possibility of how we could help you now. She'll stand up and walk to the door and come back in with a large sack of things, multiple, a few backpacks as well, and start kind of laying them on the table, which I'll get to all the things that she's willing to give you guys. But she will say, is there any questions you may have or things that I may be able to help you with, other than these things? And she kind of motions to all the things that are now kind of being placed on the table. There's a guard there helping kind of pull some things out. But yeah, kind of asking if there's anything that you guys had talked to her about, needed a refresher on, or anything that she might be able to tell you about the journey south. Can bring up the map or anything else.
Whoever's closest to me out of Anna or Isabel, I'll just put a bug in their ear about if we had decided whether it was a good idea to leave one of the sending stones with her. So it feels like they're kind of crafty in that regard. But not loud enough where the lady could hear it, but just hey, did we decide we're going to do that? If so, this might be a time to give her one.
She snatches the sending stone out of somebody's pocket. It's no, it's mine now.
My precious.
Hello, is this thing on?
Oh, looks like I've wasted 25 words today. Doody-doody-doo. But yeah, meta-wise, if you guys want to talk about that, you can.
I mean, if you guys already had this conversation, I kind of think it was I was gone, or I've totally forgotten it.
That was pretty much the plan.
You're sleep deprived.
Yeah. So, but I'm really fine leaving her ascending zone. It seems like a good idea if you guys have already had that conversation. And if you have, Anna would nod, and Steven has one, and I don't remember who else has one.
You might have both.
Xerxes has
one.
I have one.
All right. I'll take one away. All right. I've taken the one out of Xerxes' folders, but you can decide who has the other one whenever the heck you want.
That's fair. I don't even know why I had it in the first place. Don't remember.
Because you were off smelting.
Oh, yeah. It's true.
What you guys are calling it nowadays?
Anna would ask.
Whoever smelt it, dealt it.
Nailed it.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just thought of it.
The worst.
Anna would ask and say, is there going to be any way to know if someone was a scout for Dustfall Hollow? You said that they have taken some of your members alive. Would there be any way to identify them? I imagine we will be shooting first, asking questions later. I'd hate to put down somebody.
Yes, we can give you written descriptions of those that they have taken, but that's probably the best that we can do. As descriptions of what they all look like and their names.
Yeah, Anna would take those.
Beautiful. They will put that together for you.
Do you know if any of the defenses of the Hollow might be compromised by whatever knowledge might be tortured out of the captured men and women?
It is possible. Not all of them knew about every part of the defense, but a few of them knew of parts, at least. So it is possible that they would be aware of many of the defenses of the Hollow, yes.
I can only presume that you've got some kind of early warning system in place. I didn't want you to tell us now for fear that if we are captured, we might give up the information if tortured. But do you have some kind of early warning system that you might be able to put these up in time?
And she nods to you that she does. Understanding that, yeah, you don't want to hear too much, just in case. So she starts going through what's on the table, which I hope somebody opens the bag of holding and starts typing, or I can open my document on my computer so I can copy paste, whichever would be easier.
I'll get the bag of holding open.
Beautiful.
Okay.
All right. There are 3 potions of healing. 1 potion of healing, comma, greater. 1 vial of oil of sharpness. It is +1 oil of sharpness. You can look up what oil of sharpness does and just make it into the +1 version, rather than I think +3 is the regular version of oil of sharpness. There is a potion of heroism. There are 2 potions of fire resistance.
Wonder if we'll need those.
There is 1 scroll of magic weapon. 2 Dungeoneers packs, 1 Burglar's pack, a week's worth of rations, which you don't need to worry about writing down, but that's just like, there's some fucking food for you. Then there is a pony keg of black ale. And then there will be Chaudhry's foldable boat, though it's not here yet because it is currently out with Chaudhry. But that is what she's got for you on the table that you guys can shove into the bag of holding for now and then dole out whenever you want, however you want. Or if you want to start chugging potions now, that's cool too. I bet you could get a real good high off of a couple potions of fire resistance and a potion of, or in a vial of oil of sharpness. So get real fucked up.
We'll do a half with heroism and greater healing.
Yeah, start mixing them together. That's how alchemy works.
Quick, somebody stab me.
As Saru kind of looks quizzitively at the pony keg, kind of raises an eyebrow at the pony keg, she notices that and says, if you do decide to take the river, and then she looks to Borseal, who quickly unfolds the map on a table. Thanks, Borseal.
Oh, I hardly know.
Good thing I always have it ready. It's in my quick draw.
It's on a hotkey.
I have it equipped.
She points here, where Borseal quickly draws a thing, a little fort on there.
Fort stink. All right.
It's about 2 days south on the Lamnik by water. There is an old fort. It is on the northeastern bank. It was used in the early years of the war, but was eventually abandoned and fell into vast amounts of disrepair. In the years after the burning, however, a small clan of goblins moved in. They are mostly harmless, but we have encountered them on several occasions. Their leader calls himself WarBreath. At least that's the most current leader. They changed a few times. Now, as I told you before, that we haven't really scouted south in the last 6 months or so. So I'm not entirely sure what they've been up to in that time. But with kind of craggy bluffs on one side of the river and the more open land to the side of the fort, they've been known to dam the river up a bit, make it difficult to cross, and enact a toll to
Oh, thank God.
those that do. So the black ale is what you can give them. You see, WarBreath loves intoxicating substances, and he's found Chaudhry's black ale to be quite suitable. So if you do take the river and they attempt to make contact or stop you from traveling, just exchange the ale for passage and you should be on your way. If they give you any trouble beyond that, just invoke the Black Doom. His name seems to bring fear to them.
Is there any worry that they might sell information about us to the Chaos Legion?
There's many of them, but I wouldn't assume them to be quite smart enough to do that, to be quite honest. It's possible the Chaos Legion has used them for simple tasks, but I really don't think they're quite capable of selling us or you out in any usable means to the Chaos Legion.
Do you know the numbers at Fort Stink?
Stinkwater Run. Yes, they're.
Oh. Short it.
There is fluctuating between 20 and 40 goblins.
Has it ever been considered just to clear them out?
We've thought about it in the past, but as I said, we're not often forced to use the river by any means, and they're just incredibly stupid. So that's Michael laughing, not her.
That's good. So I will grab the keg and walk over to the bag of holding and put it in while staring at Clavius. Not for you. You hear what the lady said.
If you decide if you'd like to clear them out, you can. Like I said, they're not really a benefit, but they're also not a detriment. They at least haven't been.
I don't think killing for killing's sake is necessary, but as long as they don't prove to be detrimental to the safety of your people here, then perhaps we just give them the ale and move on our way. Yes,
it's much easier to just let them exist in that sad fort. It's not really useful for us to take it or anything of that nature. Just, don't underestimate the numbers. But if you really want XP, kill them all.
They're like 1/4. I'm sure if I steer the whole castle full, I'd gain
It's like when you're so far in the game, you start killing things. It's like 1 XP. 1 XP. You realize like one shot and everything. You're like, damn it.
Yeah. So there's that. And anything else that you guys would like to know or have questions of her? But another of my many little markers has been unhidden from the GM layer on the map. Dun, 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 dun. Bottle cap, me.
No.
You sound like Cusco from Emperor's New Groove.
You can give yourself like 20 more if you want to just throw up 20 more on the map right now.
All right, can I use them against you?
We
Can
don't
I
need
use
any more.
those bottle caps against you?
Yeah, I look forward to you using bottle caps. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and use a bottle cap on this roll to try and murder your character.
Bottle.
Yeah.
+5 to this next roll. Ooh, looks like this guy also has sharpshooter. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, look like yeah. Here's a level 9 fireball.
Oh, you didn't think I could use both caps?
Wosi has been collecting them. All right. You got anything else for this map or for the other map?
Have we had much discussion with her just about kind of what all knowledge she wants from our mission? Or do we have a really good definition of the mission?
Not necessarily like it was more if you guys feel capable of being able to take care of this problem in whatever way that might mean, was kind of like what was talked about.
Do we have an understanding of just how big the Chaos Legion is?
No, I mean she doesn't necessarily either. I mean they're around. There's a good amount of them. They've encountered multiple groups of them, but
I think we asked, and she said they hadn't scouted in like 6 months. So.
yeah, doesn't know how much it's grown. Doesn't know, how much there might be. You guys bringing up that cave, like she didn't know about that place. She doesn't know. But when you talk to her about the Mactalas and like the possibility of that whole cave system could be full of them, she doesn't really have an idea.
So the mission's to remove the threat?
Yeah, I mean, root them out.
Okay.
Root them out as best you can, or at least try and stop them in some way, shape, or form. That's kind of what she was hoping from you when you guys had first kind of talked about it, is that you might be able to help in some regard. But even if it's just like finding information on what all's going on down there, what they're doing, if there's she doesn't expect you to like SEAL Team 6 this if it's like going into if you're in way over your head. She doesn't really know. So
we're Cat Team 7.
Yeah, Cat Team 7. That's good.
All right, boat trip. Let's do it.
Somebody write that down. You guys need a name.
We've got a guy with a gun. We've got a boat. Cat Team time.
So yeah, after a few hours, the boat will return, and you'll be given the foldable boat, which is in the compendium, I believe. So I don't have an item card for it. But it can do cool things. So be aware of the foldable boat. Chaudhry does expect you to give it back to him at some point. It is his boat. And Fent and Sarah will have a reunion with you in some way, shape, or form. They were quite scared, didn't really understand where you had gone. You guys explained to them, all that jazz. And then the decision comes to if Warseal will be joining you, if you guys will be coming back here after you're done, like if you're expecting to come back or if you're going somewhere else, because that might change some outlooks on some people. That
there
are NPCs in your party. That won't be.
Are there other guards in the room besides just the one?
The one would have left after emptying.
Oh, so it's just the lady.
Yeah.
Oh,
and after they
great joke.
But there can be a bag. There can be a guard if you want. I thought you wanted another thing.
To deliver the next bottle of whiskey, so we've got to come back, right? Looking directly at the guard.
The guard pulls out his cash and runs to the Black Barrel.
Let's get the lady spending her money on the drink too while we're at it.
Yeah, she looks at you and I don't partake. Sorry. Yeah. So if basically, as far as Borsil goes, if you guys plan to be coming back this direction, he would prefer to stay. He thinks he would be more of a detriment to you guys.
We agree.
Yeah. Sarah is somewhere in between and can be convinced either way. She's worried to leave Anna, but she also feels like a bit of a detriment with the one arm. She can do up close fighting. She can do healing, so she can help, but is also at risk.
Anna would push for Sarah to come with.
Okay.
And if Sarah was like on the fence, Anna would sort of whisper to her and be like, we don't know how long this should take. I don't think it's wise for you to be away from Isabel for so long.
And then she'll also nod, thinking that is a good idea. And then and then Fent will obviously come along and just continue the fishing tour of the Vale, as he's wont to do. But yeah, if you guys, it's like 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna get a beer, and then when everyone comes back, or whoever stays around, your task is to talk about doling out some of that stuff to one another that you don't want to keep in the bag, because if it's not on your character sheet and you need it, then you can't get it unless you have a bag holding. So start thinking about that stuff and how you want to dole that out, or what stays in the bag. All right. Anything else that you guys need to do before you leave? Or do you
did my boy Eswin come back?
He has not come back. He is still gone. Would you like to wait for him?
Yeah, I'll tarry as long as I can, and then like after I've tarried as long as I possibly can, and everybody else is on the boat, filibust 15 more minutes after that even.
He will eventually come back, and Clavius hand you a book with like a red leather cover. So this was all I could find on such short notice. But please take it with you. I'll get out as many more as I can. As many more as I can find while you're gone. You will all be coming back, right?
We'll be coming back, and we'll be coming back with some books for you too.
Oh, that is absolutely wonderful. Yes, Borsil said that he'd be staying, so I will. I'll have him dig through some of the old catalog and find what else you're looking for. Good to see you all, and have a safe journey. And he'll see you off.
Which way is it, Borsil? Left or right?
Borsil sits on the dock. It's like, what? Did you say something? Goodbye, friends. And Chaudhry will, in a different, separate boat, will kind of lead you guys through the tunnels of the Dustfall Hollow. As the first time you guys came in, you were blindfolded. But he's kind of pointing out structures to you that make it so, you guys might be able to more easily remember your way in. At one point, you do get to a strange, like, off to the side, there's like a platform, a dock, and a couple ladders. And Chaudhry will point that out. It's like, that is actually where we walk people in, walk them around a bit, make them climb the ladder, just to confuse them. Then we just load them back in at the dock right here and just go on that way. Makes people think that it's a lot more complicated than it really is to get into the hollow. And he'll continue through a weaving path through these tunnels. It is complex to a point, but you don't ever have to actually get out of the boat. And once you get to the open waters of Lake Lamnik, it is probably about 4 p.m. at this point, and you guys can get a little ways if you want. If your plan is to head down the Lamnik River in the boat, totally possible. God damn it. Wow. That was the best drop we've ever had, I think.
Has a decision been made on whether we're going to follow the Lamnek or walk through Bray?
That's up to y'all.
If we walk through Bray, we get to keep the alcohol.
I would be okay going down the river just so we don't travel exactly back the way that we came.
River's faster too, isn't it?
And will be harder to
It would
track.
be.
Yeah, so let's just do the river.
How wide is the river?
It depends. Some places is much wider than others. But right now you'd be in the lake anyway. But yeah, I mean, the river comes in to 20 to 40 at some points and goes as wide as 100 feet more. Just kind of depends on where exactly you're at. But I think at the bridge it wasn't very wide. Maybe like 100 or so feet across at the bridge, I think.
I guess I will overtly say out loud while we're on the boat, I would not be wearing armor.
Beautiful.
And then as soon as we get off, I would immediately put it on.
Suit up. So
Can I work on my gun while we're floating down the river?
yeah, that'd be easy enough. For the day, so you can get about
I too would not wear my armor.
you. Good to know. It's about 40-ish. You can get about 40 ish, give or take. I have you on a different map. Boom. In a day, but seeing as you're starting a little bit later, you'll basically get to here-ish. Let's move your guy. Before night falls. And so it's kind of up to you guys if you want to keep traveling into the night or if you want to dock on the side of the river. As you're in this foldable boat, so you can literally pack it up and walk with it as far away from the river as you please. For resting, if that's your bag. But that's up to you guys. What you guys want to do?
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Get a little bit off, but not like crazy far off the river. But trust Arthur to find a place.
Beautiful. Arthur, roll a survival check. Arthur just aged 40 years. Yeah, so after a pretty short amount of time, you're able to find a spot that feels secure and well enough hidden. Oh, shit. The game has just been broken wide open.
You're welcome, everyone.
As a beautiful hut. A beautiful hut emerges. Look at that. Spending the big money spells.
Obviously, as a
On
ritual.
the hut.
Is that Liamon's or nobody's tiny hut?
Steven's tiny hut.
Steven's tiny hut.
Definitely Steven's tiny hut.
Look at this. Look at this cool thing. This is literally called Liamon's tiny hut token.
Call that Steven's pearl.
I've got a green one. I got a blue one. Got a
Big,
purple one.
Not a very tiny hut on the map.
It's pretty large.
Say about Steven's hut.
It'd be a lot smaller. This is even far too large. I never know when I would actually need that. If you ever need like Bigby's hand, I've got much more fun. way more useful than the tiny hut. Don't know why Liamon's tiny hut came in that little pack, but very useless. But you never know. We'll use it at someday. As you all wearily look at this strange wizard spending 11 minutes to cast a spell, and a beautiful pearlescent hemisphere appears. It's like air conditioned in there, I think. It's pretty great. Hides you from the rain. Though it's not raining. It can smell like whatever Steven wants it to smell like, I think. It's pretty magical. But you guys can, if anyone needs to do any chatter to one another, you can do that now, or we can start watches and go to bed. You tell me.
I was just going to work on some potion stuff.
Nate, are you still here?
He may be gone.
Okay, well then that will be saved for the next night.
He's tinkering.
Yep, I got nothing then.
Beautiful. Rest finds you all as the wolves bark in the background. And you wake up on the next morning, which is the 6th. Mild fall day, strong winds. Sky is overcast.
We didn't somehow get 176 experience points of RP, did we?
You have not.
Okay.
Yet.
Sounds good.
It's a good ask, though.
Michael, did I have enough time? Did I have enough time in that day to finish my modification of my weapon?
Yeah. I did while you were a black screen. I said you were probably tinkering, so yeah. You would have been able to dedicate the time to do some modifications on your.
Well, obviously, I would have gone for the personal touches modification, lowering my misfire to 1.
Oh God! balance of the game just keeps changing.
You've got to kill him off sooner than later.
Yeah, I know. I really don't want another Baron Redheart on my hands here.
Got to take his gun.
Let me make some adjusts. Misfire 1. Oh no. You loved rolling 3s though. Now 3s are
I've
probably
rolled
gonna
so many 3s.
3s are
It's
probably
awful.
gonna hit most of my bad guys now. Why? All right.
I'm running out of modification slots though, so
Thank God. As long as you don't, modify that silencer. That's what I'm looking for. Is just keep it loud, baby.
what's a silencer?
Thank you, Xerxes.
You know,
Guns
there's a
blazing.
modification later on down the road where your gun doesn't have to reload; it instead just takes a hit point from you.
Oh, that's dark.
Anna would be all in favor of using that.
Yeah. Maybe there is a path for the blood hunter and the gunslinger.
Hana just looks at her scars, like, huh.
It's like, oh, that makes sense. Trade-offs,
Called like the vampiric reload mechanism.
That is so awesome. I mean, when you run out of modification slots, that's when you start making a second gun, right?
Exactly. Time to whip up the shotgun or the sniper rifle.
Yeah, because you need to be able to hit from further away. That's definitely what I always think. You guys can get on the watery road quite early in the morning and start heading in the direction of the fort. I'll play spoiler and let you know that you guys travel easy through the day down this river. It is probably pretty nice for some of you, just to be out in the open air, out from the cave, and just be able to do whatever it is you want to do on this small but comfortable boat. Easy enough to maneuver down the river. And the day passes pretty peacefully. As the sun begins to set that you are approaching the area where, they said about 2 days, and you kind of got started late on that first day. So you would be approaching the Fort Stinkwater Run at some point. So it is kind of your choice here if you want to push to get there and pass it this night in the darkness, or if you want to pull off kind of a little early, give yourself some space between here and there.
I vote pull off early.
Don't want to go mess with the goblins in the middle of the night. Seemed like
Anna agrees.
a bad plan. Beautiful. So once again, you quickly, pull off, find a nice spot, and Steven casts a lovely ritual, and you find yourself again sleeping in this bubble in the night, still taking watches, I presume, but from the safety of the bubble. Some people, that don't know much about the tiny hut, you can leave the bubble. Steven's the only one that can't, and he kind of sets it for who can pass in and out. And since there are not all of you here, I think you can all fit in, if I'm not mistaken.
I think we exactly fit.
Yeah, you just all fit. So you'll notice some people on watches, like, taking laps outside and stuff like that, just to stretch their legs a bit from the cramped interior that is the hut. But you were all able to sleep fairly comfortably. And again, advance the old cow, because the night passes peacefully. on the 7th of High Harvest. All right, so is there anything you all need to do this morning? Any preparations for approaching the fort that you know you should approach in the next few hours?
Did anyone ask the Lady Avelina the best way to approach Fort Stinkwater Run? Do we hold the barrel of ale high, or
Well, I mean, she said that it's not, they don't always ask for a toll. She just said sometimes. So I think we just go as normal. And if they try to stop us, we just give them the ale and move on.
I agree. And well, let me do the talking. I'll whip something up on the way that should hopefully make me more persuasive.
Oh, cool.
She'll start messing with one of her vials.
So cool. Just imagine it. She's like putting drops of probably blood into the vial or something. Like it's changing colors or something. Very cool. So as you start heading down, you get some box text. As you come around a bend in the river, the sun rising, shining upon the fort you now see emerging from the kind of northeastern banks of the Lamnic. Before you, there is a thick wooden dam packed with mud, sticks, logs, rubble, and rock. You can tell from the first time you lay eyes on it that it is quite the shoddy structure, engineered no better than a sickly beaver might manage. But the amount of rubble and debris piled into place seems to be doing what it's meant to do and making passage through the water impossible for this short stretch of river. On the other bank, there is the craggy bluffs that she had mentioned, kind of climbs through rough terrain, rock, and just horrible footing that if you thought, to traverse in any quick manner would probably soon bring broken ankle. And then finally, behind the dam on the shore is a squat, blocky stone fort. Vines and moss crawling up its thick outer walls that stands around 18 feet above the kind of grassy shoreline. Disrepair feels like too nice a term to describe the state of this structure. Its walls are crumbling. Nearly every third crenellation, had to get that in there. The top of its outer wall is completely missing. The river that you can see behind it kind of flows completely through parts of this overhang of this structure. And you can see just like piles of rubble coated in algae that the water is like slowly crawling through. And even from where you are in the river, you can see that the center of the structure, where once was this like probably large, nice arched entry with, a nice wooden door or something, it has long since collapsed, leaving a 10-foot wide open walkway directly through the fort. It's just wide open. And if that all wasn't enough, it seems that the current tenants have at least done some bit of upkeep in the form of decoration. Scrawled in brilliantly contrasting white paint against the dark stone are many broken common phrases that appear like this. As always, if you click on it, it just expands. So that's what the big wall of the fort looks like. And that was just fun to do.
This is Longshanks.
He's
Don't
dead.
ask me.
That looks really fun.
The English king of old.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
WarBreath is king. Of the
So that's what you-
skull and crossbones.
That's what you see as you come around the bend of this river, coming up to this dam, as it were. What all would you like to do?
Keep going. So
Yeah, so you can basically get all the way up to the dam, but nothing seems to happen other than the fact that your boat will not be able to pass.
Yeah, just go to as far as we can go and then get out.
Beautiful. As you kind of come up to the dam and pull over to the side, slowly exiting and folding back your boat, you are 30, 40 feet away from the main structure at this point, as you guys are kind of climbing onto the banks. And I'll give you a map so you can see a little better what you are dealing with. Camera rock check.
Yep, it's on.
Yeah.
Last 2 sessions too, you've been on it for centering it automatically too.
God, he's good. Some say he's good. Most don't, but some do. What do we want to listen to? This?
So this is the dam right here.
Yeah, so that's the dam. So this is kind of where you pulled off. Over here, you see there's kind of a platform there that you would think that like they would be able to use like scouts and stuff, but otherwise it's mostly just this kind of craggy rock that kind of continues up and looks horrible to walk on because that's more fun. And so this wall here is the wall that has most of that like stuff painted across it. But yeah, that's generally what you see, just kind of generally looking around. If there's anything anyone would like to do or...
Putting on armor straight away.
Beautiful. This is the music.
How tall did you say the dam was?
The dam is not that tall, honestly. It's just kind of mounded up across the water. Maybe it has 5 or 10 feet at some points.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's just like a horrible
Beaver dam was very appropriate.
Yeah, I mean a sickly beaver dam. It's not great. And then you can see as you guys kind of get out beyond it over in this direction that you can see that there's even more debris. A lot of it probably has broken off from the dam and is kind of like slowing water that appears to be running through parts of the fort over here that kind of overhang over the main structure over the water. From like your guys' vantage point, it almost looks like 3 different structures. There's one here, and one here, rather than just one solid structure, just because of how broken and crumbling this thing really is.
Do we have enough time to get? Do we feel like we have enough time to get heavy armor on, helping each other out?
Yeah, as you guys are starting like to get out, like first, kind of keeping your eyes on the fort, just because expecting maybe something on the dam or to come out of the fort or whatever, you may, Clavius starts getting his armor on, and you start getting yours on, and nothing comes out to greet you. You don't necessarily hear anything other than the water. But yeah, you feel like you're able to.
The door's open, right?
Yeah, there is no door. I mean, it's this place in this area here looks to have completely kind of crumbled. There was once an archway that existed that does not exist anymore. It's just a wide open, basically hallway that would go into the fort. And as you kind of get closer, you can see that there is remnants of a door still on the ground, but most of it's just kind of crumbled. You can see that they've used probably a lot of that crumbling rubble in the dam itself, and pieces of the fort have been just thrown in the river to help slow the river down.
Steven, do you plan to check for traps?
No. They're goblins. I mean, I can.
No, please. Carry on.
I'll check for traps. I mean,
No.
What, you don't want him to get sucked into a ball?
Steven is now looking for traps.
Yes.
What do we see just looking in beyond the archway?
Yeah, so
Manacles.
as Steven starts scanning the ground and earth before him for traps, which, Steven, you don't seem to note any, Isabel and Anna kind of getting a better look into the place, trying to like scan in. You both roll perception for me, if you will. Excuse me. Wow. So Anna, just like kind of taking the whole structure in, seeing how terrible this place looks. You note there are some tracks in the dirt. They don't necessarily look super fresh, but there are like goblinoid tracks just kind of all around this place as you scan. Isabel, looking further through, Anna, you also would note this large chains that are just kind of hooked into the wall and just kind of sitting there on the ground, a big, looking like an open manacle of some kind, just in the center. Isabel, you note further back, kind of tucked away. Click you again just so I can see. You see what immediately looks like fairly fresh blood kind of staining the earth, as well as what looks like a pile of bodies, corpses in this region here that you kind of immediately notice and your eyes are drawn to.
I think we should just go around.
Why do you say that? Looks abandoned.
Isabel will kind of point out the little bit of blood and what she could see to Anna. I think someone beat us here.
Yeah, and so Isabel kind of points that out, and you can see now back in this region here, as Isabel kind of points, there seems to be a pile of goblinoid corpses. Hard to tell from this distance, like what exactly happened to them or how long ago it happened, but it appears to be a pile of dead bodies.
Please allow me. I'll be right back. Arthur and Kat would like to stealthily.
Isabella's gonna tap Arthur on the shoulder and give him guidance.
A little bit of guidance.
How would you like me to move my token?
However you want. With 30 feet or so. Wherever you're planning to go. And if you want to make checks at any point in the way, let me know.
Lovely.
Beautiful. Have a D4 on that one. Even. Oh my word. Did Biden get inaugurated already?
Close enough.
Yeah, moving quite slowly, Arthur. You're able to, get in there.
Lovely.
Roll perception if you want. And then let
Got
me
a
know.
passive of 15, but
Okay,
if this
great.
helps.
Great. Yeah, so obviously you first come to that set of shackles, which I need to move to the map there because it's pissing me off.
His intent was to step around or over.
Yeah.
By the by.
Easily doing so. But yeah, you see these large shackles, and from your current position, you see a good bit of dried blood that you pick up in the area. It's kind of sporadic, it seems like, but from where you are, there is a pile of, anywhere between 20 and 40 goblinoid creatures.
Are they like, what's the term? Not like disemboweled, but like hacked to piece of mutilated? Are they just dead, or do they appear mutilated?
Roll a medicine check, but as far as you can see from here, there are some pieces among them. There are some wounds in them. They don't look to be just past. They look to have been killed.
Yeah.
I would say
not like ritualistic limb art as
no, it doesn't appear to be that, as far as you can tell. Nice. With that 10.
I would know ritualistic limb art if it hit me in the face.
Just a reminder. I gotta keep you down. Can't keep you riding that high for too long.
Seeing no threat, he will continue carefully.
Beautiful. Roll a check if you like. Little stealthy and
stealthy it is.
Either.
Yeah.
Perception, investigation, and just tell me what you're trying to look for, what you're trying to glean, all that stuff.
He will see. Ugh. God.
Oh no, Steven's pulling a bead of fireballs out, throwing it at you. Just kidding.
Steven, what are those beads? He's just investigating any other. So it appears like all the bodies were put into this pile purposefully. And does it appear like combat kind of took place throughout this whole area? Does it appear maybe with the goodness of a 12 that they were corralled into this area and then killed?
Yeah, so looking about, it looks. What's your? Do you have a favorite enemy?
Michael, I do.
Ranger things.
It would be goblins.
I don't know the exact rules, but you might get advantage on these checks. If that's the case.
You should have advantage.
Wisdom checks to track them, as well as intelligence checks to recall information about them.
Boom. I'll give it to you. You can roll that investigation check again. Just seems like it would make sense for you to know more about them. Yeah, so kind of looking around and doing that classic Aragorn looking at the floor. They rolled here, blah blah blah.
You only get the guidance once.
Yeah, you cheater.
Oh wait, I thought I got it on every check.
It's just one check.
Ugh.
Straight to D&D
I'm
jail
not
for
hashtag
you.
blessed.
Not hashtag blessed.
No.
So yeah, looking about the floor, you see that there looks to have been a good amount of struggle.
There appeared to be a struggle.
There are what you would know, dog slicers and horse choppers all about, which are the weaponry of the goblins. Very rusted, horrible short swords that are pretty poorly crafted, just kind of strewn about. And it looks like there was some sort of combat and corralling that happened. It looks extremely chaotic.
Do they seem to be killed with weapons? Like no signs of like residual fireballs or poisonings or anything? Like it looks like they're
Yeah, from where you currently are, you don't see any signs of like fireballs or anything like that. Nothing magical in nature. And from what you can tell from this distance, looking at the pile, it appears mostly like wounds that look like slashing type, weaponry type stuff, claws maybe. It's hard to tell without like getting up close and like really checking.
Yeah.
But that's what it looks like as far as you can tell.
Can Arthur tell like what's the difference between like this where the flagstone stops and this rubble thing?
Yeah, so it's just a bit raised, that area. It's like a step up, and there seems to be some rooms, open air rooms. Here's a room, here's a room. There is actually a door right here that might be hard for you to tell that that's a door.
Nice.
And then open air rooms here, open air rooms here, and then the two sets of stairs that you can see, one here and one here. Those just kind of go up to the battlements that circle around the fort.
Arthur will exit. Holler at me if I need to stop for any reason.
You're good.
Okay.
Roll a stealth as you leave, if you will.
Can't stop, won't stop. God. Me.
Beautiful.
It appears they turned the goblins into the Great Hall and slaughtered them. I cannot tell if they were then placed in a pile or if they were murdered on top of one another, but it seems to be all who were here are now dead by some sort of traditional means of execution. It seems to be empty, but I did not explore much further past the Great Hall.
Should we
We should just get going then, right?
walk around?
Well, if there's any knowledge to be gleaned from spending time here, it can also be used as a base of operations, although I have grown used to that hut being conditioned in nice little space. But I think that if the Chaos Legions whom we're tracking, we might gain more knowledge if we look around a bit more. "40 goblins don't just kill themselves and put themselves into a pile."
Well, I think we're all just assuming it was the Chaos Legion, right?
We don't know. And if we spend more time, we might come to understand how long ago and perhaps their numbers. We ourselves might be able to take on 40 goblins. I didn't know, but if a party with lesser skills than ours could kill that many, then there's got to be a lot more of them, eh? Or if a party that's smaller than ours, they'd have to have greater skill than we have to kill that many. So I think there's questions that need answers.
Anna will
Well, then
shrug
what
and
is-
just start to be like, okay, let's just walk through. Be on your guard.
Arthur will draw his sword and come back in if everybody's following.
Yeah. Isabel puts her shield on.
Xerxes will lean over to Clavius and say, I myself can kill 40 goblins. It's not that hard.
With one bullet?
We see these chains now too.
Yeah. You make out the chains on the floor, and yeah, if anybody's doing anything specific, let me know what abouts you're up to doing.
They look like they're meant to hold something bigger than a goblin.
They do. They do look like they are meant to hold something larger than a goblin. Clavius. Clavius, roll an intelligence check. I have nothing to tell you.
Duck.
You may have something to tell me, but I have nothing to tell you.
Steven's gonna keep watch on like the archway door to make sure no one's coming.
Okay. We'll set
Anna
it
will
up.
go do an investigation of this hole in the ground.
Beautiful. Roll investigation check on
She'll just walk. She'll just swan dive right into the hole in the ground.
it.
Fool of a nut.
Anna, as you kind of approach that hole, kind of looking, the first thing you notice is the extended chain that kind of comes from this wall over here and moves into that hole. And it's just kind of extended in drops into this hole that's in the ground. And, the first thing, you look at that's curious, and you slowly kind of ease your way up to the edge of the hole. And at first you think you hear something kind of like echoing through the hole. It just sounds like digging or like rubble. Then you hear a few like gurgling sounds. And as you kind of peer down, kind of like from a good angle, you can see this movement deeper in the hole. Roll a stealth check for me before I go any further. And the shape that seems fairly large kind of like pauses for a second and then kind of just keeps moving. And in the light that you have, you can just kind of see this like leathery greenish skin on this pretty big creature that seems to be kind of like tucked away down this hole. And there seems to be a tunnel that it's kind of going into, and it's doing something down there, but you can't really tell exactly what it's doing from where you currently are.
Is the size of this thing like the size of the gorilla thing we fought?
Yeah, as far as you can tell.
Like at a quick glance, like that's like a ballpark.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, it's about that big. Yeah, it is mechanically large. As far as you can tell.
Anna will creep back and can roll another stealth check if you want it.
That would be great.
Oh, that's not a good one.
It's not great.
She'll get to about here.
If everyone
Maybe
would roll.
I am someday going to be able to use this damn mutagen that lets me have advantage on persuasion check.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're over two.
Every time I take it,
That is
and
the funniest.
Then what it
Okay.
gives me negative is negative initiative.
Oh my god.
Where is
I'm trying to get my sound working.
where's my
Arthur is
initiative?
on it.
What was Yofun's brother's name?
Irval.
Cool.
Isabel and Steven, you two are actually feeling extra quick today. Click on the draw. If you would roll a D8.
Michael, if you want to give me the worst of my 2 rolls,
Oh, you
a little
cheater.
better.
You dirty, dirty cheater.
It didn't really work clicking for whatever reason.
Wow, those are some D8s.
Where were those D8 rolls when I was rolling my hit points?
I feel ya. I feel ya.
Oh no, what did you get?
9.18 was my worst roll.
Okay. Come on, you.
Come on, man.
There we go. Oh boy. No, you guys can't see that, but I wasted one of my crits on initiative. That's too bad. That's just too bad. Figuring this keep the monster's secret until the last second thing this time, you know? Just for funsies. Beautiful. Steven, we start with you. Is there anything that you want to be doing at the moment other than kind of keeping your eyes to the north?
I have no idea what's going on.
Beautiful. Cat.
Cats. Unless Cat notices any rumblings innately. Cat's passive is 14.
Oh, let's see. No, Cat does not notice anything in particular.
Cat will continue doing what cats do.
Beautiful. Then comes my good buddy's turn. That's what I like to call him.
Does Arthur with a passive of 15?
Oh, sorry. My good buddy is actually on the initiative tracker in the GM layer, so you can't actually see him yet. Sorry, Arthur.
How dare you?
How dare me. Let me move him to the token layer real quick.
I'm guessing that's not Yofun's long lost brother.
It's about to be Arthur's turn. But first, it is this guy's turn.
Not Yofun.
Oh, we've seen one of these before.
Yeah, we
You
have.
have.
Didn't it explode at the end?
Yes.
Good,
Anna,
good.
you see climbing from the hole, pulling itself up through the space, squeezing this horrific looking troll that starts kind of crawling and reaching in your direction. And with all of its movement, it can only get to there with its turn.
Oh.
Arthur, it is your go. And with your passive, you are easily able to notice that Anna is now being bared down by a horrible-looking creature.
You. Arthur will stand by her side with his sword drawn, swinging twice with his extra attack feature.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
nice.
Oh,
9 to hit.
a solid start. 9 does not hit.
I'm still president for a few more hours.
God damn you, Donald John Trump! Ma! Get out of office!
Sure you want that beat?
That couldn't have gone any other way.
Get on Marine One and get out of town! Ah!
Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. That isn't that right.
This man has ruined my D&D career for the last 4 years, and I'm on
Something
the
didn't get their
cusp
Trump bucks.
of doing so well.
That is the most horrific thing he's done.
Is
I think
there
so.
anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Arthur?
No, I've had my say.
Isabel, you hear a lot of curse words, probably.
Goddamn Donald John
Or
Trump!
some sort of weird ass words that he yells.
Yeah.
Understands.
It was those words.
Foreign language. So, what did it sound like? Just some commotion?
Yeah, there's definitely some commotion and maybe some gurgling. What you hear behind you.
Okay. Isabel is just wanted to quickly check to see how long these bodies have passed. How long since they passed? I'm trying to say.
Roll me a medicine check.
I'm not fully aware of what's going on elsewhere.
To your eye, they look to be over a week, but definitely not too much longer than that. As far as you can tell, like there's some maggots and such, but they don't look to be too much more than a week old.
Okay. She'll kind of look around her just to see what the commotion is about. What would she see?
Roll perception for me if you can.
Can do.
Yeah, so you kind of spin around and you see Anna like backing up kind of against that barrel, her back to it, like in a defensive position. And you just catch Arthur moving through that door, and you can see like what looks to be something moving in their direction, something large, but you can't make out what that is from here. But you can tell that there's some type of danger just from the body language. But your view's kind of blocked.
I think Isabel would just move up to there, and that's probably your turn.
Oh, Saru.
I'm investigating this little alcove over here. This general area.
Roll me an
Emails.
investigation check, if you will. It is pretty tarnished over here. I mean, it is broken and there is rubble kind of everywhere. A lot of this looks like it was done a long time ago, and some of it looks a little more recent, but as far as like you kind of just like poking around over here, it's hard to really glean anything from this area with that.
Yeah. Nothing over this way.
X-Master Flex. Playing from the beach. Playing D&D with the sand in his keyboard. I love that.
It's hard to get out, you know?
Got my sand in the keyboard. Is that how it goes?
Sounds right.
Sorry, we're probably going to get flagged for DMCA for that. That's how good it was.
I assume I cannot shoot through 2 people.
You can certainly try. There will be a bump to its AC.
Gnomes, Isabel.
There will be a bump to its AC. As per usual, unless you're Arthur, who can shoot through 14 people's legs and still hit the creature because of sharpshooter. God, can you imagine if Nate had sharpshooter? I wouldn't show up.
As much as I would like to do that, I'm curious about the pink on there.
The what? Sorry.
Ew.
The other one didn't look the same. Or am I drunk? Which is possible.
Might be
What's been your drink? Are you
had too much sun.
Are you going on rum? What are you doing?
He was drinking your drink, Nick, this week.
Scotch?
Nate's not. If Nate's not doing
Painkillers,
double,
baby.
if Nate's not
Painkillers?
doing double pina colada.
I did actually have a painkiller earlier today. Earlier this week, and I have been drinking pina coladas for sure.
Oh, in Kansas City news, there is going to be a tiki bar in Kansas City, if anyone's wondering. Tiki Cat is gone, but a bartender from Tiki Cat is starting a thing, so don't worry. Don't worry.
Brundis Cat coming to you.
It's not me, but
No, am I nuts? Does he not have pink on his right arm?
it does
I think
definitely.
you're
I think
drunk.
that's
I don't
lighting.
think-
I think that's part of the lighting of the art.
I also think that's part of the lighting, and it was definitely on the previous version as well.
I think
Because
it's exactly the same.
but you are right, there is pink on there. I think it's just meant to be the lighting of the art.
I'm just gonna chill.
Xerxes chills. Not a classic Xerxes for the fight, but a classic Xerxes nonetheless. Anna, you seem to have awakened some type of beast.
Anna will shuffle around the beast to get into flank.
Flanking is
And-
worth pinning yourself into the back of a room. I love it.
Yep.
I didn't want to go near the hole, but you do you.
Yep.
No, thank you.
And Anna will bonus action cut
D6.
herself.
Has it always been a D6? My
No,
God.
it's new. So I've rolled pretty well with the D6,
Whoa.
and will attack twice with the Talir at advantage.
27 will definitely hit. And a 20. Beautiful. My God.
And she will call out, "Someone hit it with fire!"
Nice.
Steven's still clutching his pearls of fireball.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Steven's definitely not using a fireball on this thing.
Yes.
As the Talir goes through this thing, splatters of this disgusting black ichor just splats into
How'd
the
you
air.
pronounce that?
Ichor?
Isn't it Icar?
Look that shit
I
up.
think I say Ichor as well, but it's Icor.
Okay, all right.
I literally looked it up one time after Michael said Icor, and I'm like,
Yeah.
is
Okay.
that, is
My
that the way? And
apologies,
went and
Michael. I
looked it
just
up.
have always known it as Icar.
I've also always said Ichor. until a podcast that I listened to started saying Ichor, and
Hand
then I
up
looked
here.
it up. And then I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's Ichor." Okay, I guess I have to relearn that.
Hand
Oh, I
up,
said it the
wrong.
other way.
Continue.
So this black Ichor flings up into the air and sizzles across Arthur's and Anna's flesh,
Okay.
being within 5 feet of the creature.
I didn't even
Um,
hit it. Its flesh
you
is unpierced.
take 8 points of poison damage,
I
each
won't.
of you.
Ouch.
I was right.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Wait until you hit it on its pink arm. That's going to even do worse.
Don't forget about its pink arm. All right. It is Anna. Anything else you would like to do?
I've moved and done a bonus action and attacked twice. So
Beautiful.
I'm
Feeling
out.
good, feeling great. Clavius.
Anna's shout is enough for everybody to fully know what's going on now.
Yes, I believe so. And the slice of bubbling Igor. Gotta hit it hard every time. I'm gonna hit it hard just like I hit crenellations. There's rules.
Shadow to the east of the troll.
Why do I not have the shadow at the ready? I'm so sorry. Oh, where is it?
Oh, and probably camera rock inside the building.
Ooh. See, you
Drinking a beer called Shadow Magic.
you talked about how good I did, and then that's how. There we go. Camera rock is in the building. Gonna drag the screen real quick. Sorry if that freaks everybody out. All right, shadow is in. Standing just above the hole.
I don't. Oh, I've got bless on. Forget that +1.
Dirty cheater. That will not hit.
And 1 in Unleash Incarnation. Damn it.
It's got a really high AC. I missed twice.
Yeah, so many people missing twice.
Clavius will commiserate with Arthur. And I cannot swap because I've used too much movement, so that is my turn.
Does the shadow get advantage or not?
No, and it won't give it.
Nope.
Like spiritual weapon.
Stephen, it is your go. Seems like shit has popped off, as they say in the biz.
Steven will probably sigh under his breath and wow, we're all just standing in this long line. That's great.
Yeah, you gotta prepare yourself for future lightning bolts
Mm-hmm.
that you haven't
Yeah,
taken
just-
yet, you know.
Go through us.
Steven's going to fling some scorching rays in there.
You scorching ray.
Kill it with fire!
Who wants to know?
Some 14 points of damage, I think.
Yes, 2
14. Damn it.
2 of those will hit. Doesn't seem to like the fire very much.
That's his turn.
Oh, a fun thing happens on each of those hits. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Steven, as you see the fire hit, you actually see these pustules just pop. And Anna and Arthur, you take 2d8 for each of those.
Oh,
14 poison on the first,
Well,
and 8 poison on the second.
been real.
good night.
Hey, y'all want to get out of there, maybe?
That is horrible.
Yeah, it's not like a confined room or anything.
Yeah, nope, not at all. We see those red dots.
My goodness. Steven, anything else you want to do?
No.
Throw some more fireball search friends?
Yeah.
Lynx.
Linksy Poo will hiss and scoot to there.
Hightail it. It is my Venom Troll's turn. What does it want to do? Don't mind me, just do its measuring.
Do. Just measuring, totally innocent.
Just measuring.
Probably good to have everybody in a line.
You see it reaching with its claw, like it's gonna slam Arthur, and before it does, it just pulls down across its chest with its own claw, and you just see all these little pustules just.
Arthur didn't even hit the thing.
True, but there are more things to hit in your direction. It deals damage to itself. So let me first roll that. 6 points of damage. And I need Arthur and Isabel to roll a Constitution save.
I'm gonna toss in a bottle cap for this one.
Amp it.
There you go.
Arthur will save. Isabel will fail. Isabel takes 13 points of damage. Arthur, you take half as much. Isabel, you are also poisoned.
Lucky damage rolls with double ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
He did more on the 2d8 than the 48.
Obnoxious. It's obnoxious. And that is his turn. Arthur, it is your go.
Arthur's almost dead. Huh.
Define almost.
What's the letter of the law? Bonus action and second wind, 1d10 plus my fighter level.
Mute. Solid.
So he will do 1d10 plus 1. Good.
Solid.
Good.
Noon tomorrow, Nick. Noon tomorrow.
Good. Is that Eastern or Central? Or
Probably
Doesn't matter.
I need to know how long to filibuster, Marshall. My turn's not over until Biden's in.
Like, Michael, is your connection breaking up? I can't hear you.
Michael is the.
Seems like we'll need to do this tomorrow.
Is the Venom Troll pink?
Yeah.
Just because?
Yeah. That's for me to know.
Oh,
And you to find out.
Oh, good. I thought it was like a joke, but on Nate, not an actual thing.
No, that is
Cool.
thing for my brain.
Fuck.
That's nice.
Fuck, I don't know. I mean, I could die if I land 2 hits on this guy.
Maybe you shouldn't attack.
Yeah, I think
You
Arthur
could just run away screaming.
will run away screaming, so he doesn't die.
He just disengaging, or are you
Gonna
an attack of opportunity?
no, he's gonna disengage.
You.
1, 2, 3, 4. And he'll kind of come like limping, kind of sword drawn but bloody and covered in acid vinegar or some shit, out of that room and see all of his friends, and he just looks haggard. That's okay.
He's got sizzling marks on his skin and clothes. It's not good. Isabel. What shall you do? I meant to have like this playlist just keep going, but I always get stuck on this song and just want to hear it over and over again because it's very good. But I need to allow it to do its thing.
How's Anna looking?
Bloodied.
How
Bloodied.
How bloodied?
Very.
Is it her blood or the
Very,
troll's blood?
very
You probably need to roll a medicine
significantly
check.
under half bloodied.
I'm bloodied. I'm a bloodied.
All right, okay, I get it.
Blooded. Earl
Isabel,
bloody.
As her action is going to clutch her holy symbol and use her channel divinity, preserve life, and is give 15 to Anna, 10 to Arthur, and that can bring you up to half your maximum. And then she's just going to cast Mass Healing Word, targeting herself, Anna, and Arthur. No one else has been hurt, right?
Oh.
Yeah,
Solid.
okay.
Solid.
Healer's gonna heal.
Thanks.
Those little red dots disappear.
Oh.
Isabel's going to duck around the corner. Not feeling super well.
As you duck around the corner, clutching your holy symbol back against the wall, you probably notice something happen. As from the pile of zombies, or the pile of, zombies. Who am I? The pile of goblins.
You do not.
Ah,
Mother.
A large, previously sleeping troll comes out.
Why was it in a pile of bodies?
It's a good question.
Ew.
Wow. It is his turn. He will move here. No, he will move here. Because of course, why wouldn't he move there? He's just looking to fuck up a bunch of goblins. Because, that was so much fun before. Boop, boop, boop. Roll a thing. Steven! You're the lucky duck. For the first... Oh, actually, I'm a big fat liar. First thing he does is, much like the other did, drags his claw across his chest. And I need to deal myself some damage. 8 points. And I need Stephen, Clavius, and Isabel to make a Constitution saving throw. Isabel saves, Stephen fails. Clavius saves. Here comes the poison.
Oh,
23
Oh.
points. Poison damage. And Steven, you are poisoned.
To the land that I know and love.
Bloody Town. And that is his turn. Saru. It is your go.
Oh.
Huh? Was it good? Exclamation at this point. Here's the
Record will
condition
reflect Steven wanted to move on from this place.
Steven opened up a dark ass portal.
100% correct. And he's the one who took a lot of the damage in that one. He didn't cause this and is still taking damage.
Hey, Arthur was bloodied.
Oh, what the hell?
Excuse me.
Oh, shit, don't know what to do. He's going to yell at everybody and say, now might be a good time to leave.
Back to the boat.
And then comment about how grossly obese that thing is.
Seems fair. Let me roll it. Come on, roll.
Does it look like Donald John Trump?
How's a 10? How's a 10 do?
It's 5 short, senor.
The closer one to you, I presume.
Yeah, that's the only one I know it's there.
Beautiful. -5. If anyone's wondering, psychic damage does not cause the pustules to explode.
Oh, good.
So there you have it.
We'll start insulting the shit out of it.
Let me give you a thing so I remember disadvantage on its next attack.
And he's going to. What is he going to do? That's going to be it for right now.
Beautiful. Xerxes. The tiefling on the beach.
5 feet of me. It's hard to tell with the giant.
It is within 5 feet of you.
Does he have to be?
It's almost as if he moved there
We should take a vote.
to be within reach of everyone.
Yeah, that's
You're
right,
You
Nick.
could retreat.
Democracy counts.
I mean, I'd say he's like 7.5 feet away from me. Like, if I had to guess.
He could be if you moved 1 square back.
We're not playing hexagons, we're playing squares.
Triominoes.
Oh man, it's just. I'm anti all of this. He will say, retreat from the fort. We need more space to operate. And he will disengage and do what he just said.
Full Anna.
Anna will take a step. No. Take a step here. I assume risking an attack of opportunity.
Does it have reach? Would it get the attack of opportunity if it has reach?
It does not have reach.
Ugh.
So that will garner an attack of opportunity.
Actually, let's be smart about this. If Anna's going to step out of the way, she's going to go in 5, 10, 15. She'll step here, incurring attack of opportunity, and she'll throw a cap on this attack.
All right, -5 to this roll.
Oh. Okay.
Ugh.
Rocks,
14
baby.
misses. 14 misses. Okay. All right.
Rocks, baby.
Let's see if this works. Anna, are we desperate yet? Yeah, we're probably. No, we're not so desperate yet. Anna will swing twice with the Talir. How about this? Anna's going to swing once with the Talir, and she's going to find out if the acid hits her 10 feet away.
Beautiful.
If she hits.
Love it. That will hit. You see the black just bubbling, just fling into the air, passing through the shadow Clavius on the backside of it, and it does not reach you.
Whew. Okay. She will swing again.
Damn, girl.
Dude, 19s for days, apparently.
Beautiful. It howls in agony as the Talir slices across its flesh.
That's the movement I got.
Beautiful.
Right there.
Clavius.
Can I call out as Clavius is about to act?
Sure.
Get out of here, or get out of the way.
Self-immolate.
So Stephen yells to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Is that to Clavius or to everybody?
To everybody.
Yeah.
It's nuke time.
Self-immolate.
So, what do I know about if trolls speak common? Anything?
Roll a nature check. Nature? History? That's good enough. Trolls are a subtype of giant, and they are definitely one of the least intelligence of the subtypes. So you would think they would probably either speak their own language or speak some form of giant. It's less likely that they would learn any other language other than their own, unless, maybe small phrases or something.
So then I just shout to the group, if you can get out of here, I can hold them off at the choke point. I will move the shadow here to protect Anna.
Thanks, dog.
I will actually, before I do anything, I'm going to go ahead and attack that guy and see what happens.
Which one?
The one with the shadow.
Beautiful. That'll hit.
And does anything happen with a ice hammer?
Other than the damage as you expected, and this black ichor splattering through your shadow, no, nothing else happens.
Then we're going to unleash incarnation and do it again.
Yes, Clavius. 19s.
And we're going to action surge and do it twice more.
Beautiful. Hold off from rolling that. Oh no, you do need that. Ooh, okay. Beautiful.
So close.
It
So
looks
close. Very.
so very hurt. On its last legs, if you will.
So
its
then
last
I
single.
will.
Roll
Damn
on
it.
its last single 1 point of leg.
I will move to here, incurring an attack of opportunity, and hold this choke point.
It will take it. Here comes the claw. 26.
I will-
Ay,
Never mind.
yay!
A lot of damage. A lot of spicy damage.
19.
Michael, if I survive this fight, will I have 164 experience points?
There's a real good chance that you will. Steven. Clavius cleared.
Flavius
Arthur's
did
not-
clear. I
Arthur's
know.
not.
That's kind of a problem. Can I do either it's a history or a nature? What do you want? When like I threw my scorching rays, it just did acid everywhere, right? It wasn't like, oh, if I hit it on a certain side, like that side, the acid will come that way.
No, I mean, you saw as it hit, the pustules popped and the thing shuddered, and
So just-
acid was just kind of flinged into
Yep,
the air.
everywhere. Okay.
360 pustules.
Yeah, just,
Poison.
yeah, also poison. Dun-dun-dun. Remember when you guys wrecked these guys?
Yeah. All right.
What
Turns
was
out we're
that?
better at distance. Who knew?
Yeah.
Well, there's not a lot of frontline fighters that would stand up to these things.
No, there's not.
Stephen will toll the dead.
Beautiful.
There'll be a 15 if he fails. He's taking damage.
Whiz, right? Whiz. 7.
Nice. 15 points of damage. Necrotic.
Necrotic. You see that black necrotic streaks just kind of streak through its body and its pustules pop. Arthur and Steven, you will take some damo. 16. Boxcars.
Well,
Unreal. I don't think I've ever rolled 2 8s. 2 snowmen.
ouch.
Unreal.
Snowman do damage.
Roots. Magoots.
Stephen's down.
Where that 8
Like
came
I'm-
from, but that's funny. Whoever threw that on.
Oh, shit.
Steven's down.
Ah, well.
Yeah, so as these pustules pop in the black ichor like sprays into Steven's face, you see him fall. 2.
Because I would imagine I don't have time to do a bonus action before that ichor would hit me.
No, I mean that's just a
Yeah,
reaction to the
yeah,
damage.
yeah, that's fine. That's why I asked.
Lynx. It is the Lynx's turn. Cat.
Cut! Get out of here! And Cat stays.
Ooh. Ooh. Cat's angry. It's looking a little scared.
That's Cat's turn.
Alright. This troll will claw and let's roll here. He will claw out at the shadow first. That will hit the shadow, making it vanish. He will move forward, and Anna, at that point, you can see that there is a chain dragging behind it. And at that point, the chain seems to be quite taut. It will claw at you with its second attack. critical threat. It is not named, as you would guess, but what is that? 29 points of damage.
29.
And if I told you it had a final attack, because it does have a third attack.
Are you bloodied, Connor?
I'm
Quite.
quite bloodied after.
I'll throw a bottle cap on this attack.
I've got a cap.
Okay.
Save yourself.
You can't use them.
You turning this cap in, Connor?
I'll turn it in. Yeah.
All right. -5 to its bite attack, which is a 10, which is a 5, which does not hit. The troll at 1 hit point, mind you. That is its turn. Arthur, it is your go.
Arthur will, for prosperity's sake, take a look around and see which one looks worse.
Yeah, you can tell that this one over here is on its last legs, and the one before you, kind of looming over the downed Stephen, is much healthier, though its pustules seem just ready to burst.
Then Arthur will step here, drawing the attack. Well, unless it already used that attack of opportunity.
It already used it
Clavius.
on Clavius.
Did.
And throwing his longsword, dropping his longsword, pulling out his bow, he will rip a shot at the hurt one.
Beautiful.
13 is probably miss.
Oh yes, 13 will miss.
Okay. Then he will attack again, hoping to end this thing.
21 to hit.
Killing Anna in the process.
Will kill.
Well, Anna was either going to take a hit of opportunity.
The creature,
She left its realm.
popping its final pustules that exist. And 2d8 poison damage to Anna.
Oh,
That's only 1d8? Why did it only roll 1? There should be one more.
Hands off the chess piece.
7 points of damage on
Anna's down.
the Anna shall fall.
And Arthur will continue to run here. That's his turn.
Beautiful. Isabel.
Isabel can tell that Anna and Steven are both down, right?
Absolutely. They are crumpled onto the floor.
I would yell to Isabel that I'll take care of Steven. If you can, well, I guess, never mind, because I don't know that Anna's, never mind.
Oh, fair. Yeah, you can
I guess
see
I could still yell, I'll take care of Steven.
Yeah.
In what's the room?
If you wanna
If
get
you saw
out.
Isabel right there, would you?
Yeah, because I would tell you to get out.
Saru's voice falls on deaf ears.
Combat medic.
But she can. That troll's down, right?
Yeah, it is on the ground.
It appears to be down.
Oh God.
It needs some sort of fire damage, or I don't know, silvered or something.
It is currently on the ground.
Currently on the ground. Does Stephen being down remove the poison condition, or not so much?
I don't think so. How long does that last?
Till he's down.
Yeah, I mean, it probably doesn't keep it going. I wouldn't see why it would. Because it wouldn't necessarily do anything to him.
Small mercies.
Goes right after this. What does that troll look like it's about to do? The one right over Stephen.
Roll an insight check. The troll is looking like it looks over at Arthur, who just kind of ran in a different direction. It glances over towards you, but kind of past you, and sees as the troll falls, and you see it kind of like looking at its claw, like it wants to rake the pustules at itself, but you see that the pustules just aren't quite regrown in that area yet. And you see it looking then towards Saru and Clavius, towards that entryway. That's what you see the troll doing.
Okay. Isabel is going to as a bonus action, whisper in a quick prayer and cast Sanctuary on Stephen. And we'll shout to Saru and Clavius to lure it away from Stephen. And she will step in and use her action to use a healer's kit on Anna.
Nice.
Thanks.
You.
That's her turn.
It is the troll's turn. First try to recharge. Does not get it. We'll squeeze. There.
Is Moose comforting you?
Yeah. Moose does not enjoy stress, and Marshall is feeling stress.
That was a very good D6
So-
roll.
Yeah. Sorry, Marshall. I felt like you might have been worse off if I healed you there.
Quite the opposite, I think.
Really? Okay.
You never know.
Because any acid, when I'm at 0, could have gone for the permakill. Whereas if I have HP, I at least.
Well, I don't know, if you went up and he turned to attack you,
Yeah.
Could have been.
was
Steven has options in that moment.
he went right after me. Was my only was my
No,
big concern.
I get it. My thing is when Steven has hit points, he has a lot of options he can do
Yeah.
that can save him. Whereas I'm just stuck waiting for my turn now.
All right.
But I'm alive at the moment, so no.
First of 3 attacks coming after Clavius. I believe this is a disadvantage.
Yeah, it would be, because that's his first actual,
So the
Rolling
claws
attack.
at Clavius, which will miss. No longer at that.
is Is his
Two
second
flipping
attack going to
sessions
cause a
in a
roll?
row.
He is going to attack again. Yeah.
I would use Cutting Words, which will subtract a d8 from the attack roll.
Beautiful. All right, here comes the roll.
Somewhere.
It's a 26.
Alright, well.
Big D8.
Big D8, actually.
And your
Do
AC,
it.
stop it if you get an 8.
Yeah, it's coming after Clavius.
Probably not 21.
21 to hit Clavius.
Yeah, that meets it.
15
points.
points of slashing, 5 points of poison. And his last bite is coming at Saru as he turns after he's attacked twice. As you yell out at him, he turns to bite. And Saru, 15 to hit. 7 points piercing, 2 points poison. And it is your go.
Clavius, you're up, right? Still?
I'm up. No worries.
Looks
Okay,
like,
nope.
looks like Patrick Mahomes
Barely nicked
choked
me.
out on the field.
I had
He's staggering, like, oh, I'm fine. I can go back
Yeah.
in, guys.
something would have happened if he had been down. That's fine.
It's like trying to play it off, but realizes he doesn't have his goggles on, and there's no way he can pull off faking being dreadfully hurt.
Little woozy.
He wouldn't do that because he knows he'll just explode. Is that a bonus action? He's gonna do one of two things. He's gonna toss his little turtle pendant over to Clavius, which will safeguard him. He's then going to. Damn it, that's a bonus action too. But
You can use a bonus action as your action. That makes a difference for you.
you're there. He's still down. He is going to do everything he can to draw attention from Clavius.
Well, use the wisdom save. Oof. It reaches towards its brain where pustules pop inside of its cranium. But don't splatter on anyone. And it looks angry in your direction. Anything else?
There's lots of else, but I can't do them because there are rules.
There are
So no.
a decent amount of those. Xerxes.
I don't know how you've done it, Michael, but you managed to create a combat scenario where I cannot shoot.
Only took,
Take the
only,
shot!
only took 21 sessions.
Just say it's almost like this combat was specifically designed.
Take the shot.
And kill Clavius?
Only if you miss.
Only if I hit?
Bartlett, if he hits, the acid still hits him.
If
Sanctuary doesn't do anything.
If you hold your
It's
action,
okay.
I can get out of there.
We all make
Let
sacrifices.
me put a a purple sanctuary on.
Some of us make sacrifices willing.
Well, he will hold his action. Can I move and hold my action?
You can move on your turn and then hold your action. Yes, you can't hold a move. And what are you holding for? What's your trigger?
When Clavius moves out of the way, I will fire.
Fire when ready.
The fire when ready.
Anna.
Anna would like to do some sort of check to see if she thinks a blow from her silvered weapon is going to stop this thing from coming back to life. From what they know about trolls.
Yeah, roll a nature check.
All right. I don't know if it's Fey, Fiend, or Undead, so I'm just going to roll with advantage, and then you can tell me later.
Beautiful. You do not believe, from what you know about trolls, that the silver would necessarily do anything. You think fire and acid are what generally stop a troll's regeneration.
Isabel, Arthur, can either of you hit it with fire?
Yes. If it doesn't get up.
Anna is gonna move. And when she probably was too out of it to hear that conversation, can she do some sort of medicine check to see how bad Clavius looks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, fuck.
You're a little blurry. A
He's
little
never
tough to
looked
tell from where you are.
Steven's lying on the ground.
I passed the protocol.
It's probably the ogre's blood
Right past Steven.
that is covered in.
I only missed one question.
Steven, get up. Why are you sleeping?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think Anna will walk up 5 feet, kind of just have no orientation. Everyone's kind of blurry. Will basically almost step on Steven. And
Coup de grace.
coup de grace
With the Talir.
with the Talir.
10 feet away.
We'll use her turn to do pour a potion of healing down his throat,
Lovely.
which is 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah. I think that's right?
Nice.
Thank you.
That is her turn.
Beautiful. On this turn, before Clavius, something happens.
Motherfucker still up?
Huh.
Some of you may notice a door open. Others of you may not. I don't know who can see it and who can't. And a small humanoid or goblinoid figure, looks a bit like this, exits the room, surveying the scene as he peeks out. Let's move here, and he will hurl a torch directly in Arthur's direction. Rolling check.
Please hit the roll. Please hit the roll.
If he tried to attack us, I was going to swear a blood oath against goblins right then and there.
This campaign took a turn.
Yeah.
Hitting the wall directly next to Arthur, you hear this smack, and you feel this heat as you see like kind of sparks, essentially, as like bits of flame fly out next to your head, Arthur, as a torch impacts the wall next to you.
As a reaction, he turns and lets off 2 arrows.
If you had that reaction, I would let you do it. And the goblin ducks, taking a bonus action to hide beneath the little desk bench thing there.
Doesn't say sorry.
No, he says, Clavius, it is your go.
Call a shadow to the east of that wagon, to the northeast of me.
Oh, yeah.
Move to. You want it there-ish? Where you want it? You can move it wherever you want.
And then we'll do this little number here.
Love that game.
Does Nate get his held action? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will, as my action, no, boy, I hate to leave Saru hung out to dry. He's got a lot of held actions waiting for him. I will use...
Or I'd give you a nod or something, should you choose to.
Saru also willingly offered you up as a sacrifice a turn ago, so...
That was joking out of game.
I did. As was that, Bartlett. As was that.
That's not canon.
I'll take a swing.
Saucy.
That will meet the AC. Deal 8 points of damage. And splashing acid at Saru. Takes 2d8. 9
Jeez
points.
Louise.
9 points of damage.
Michael's on fire.
He's living it up in Trump's presidency.
Anything else, Clavius?
No, I think that's it.
Xerxes, that'll trigger your action. Bada bing, bada boom. The bloodied creature, pustules explode. 8 points of damage to Saru.
On a 1, you say.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
You've got to be kidding me.
Uh-oh.
You wanna confirm it?
Oh my gosh.
It has been written in the stars.
Should I play that again? Like, what?
Ranged. Oh. Lucky duck.
You know, I imagine that Roll20 doesn't have some sort of, like, your gun explodes and is no longer able to be used thing in there.
I don't believe it does.
So, whatever ranged issue he has is probably not going to be as severe as it could be.
No, I think the if he were to decide to try to fire again while his gun is jammed, he can damage it forever. Steven, it is your go.
So Anna, like, pours this potion down your throat and then, like, points at the troll on the ground and is like, we need to hit that one with fire.
Hit it with fire.
Burn it to the ground.
Do
Do it.
That's not at all what I wanted to do.
You don't have to. You don't have to do it.
No.
I'm just
but,
telling you
I mean,
what
I
Anna
was-
told you.
I know, but I was unconscious, and you then just told, like,
Yeah.
that's gonna trump the plan that Marshall had. come
Nice
up
word
with.
choice. Nice.
I'll take a bottle cap for that, please and thank you.
Stephen Miller whispers sweet nothings in your ear.
Oh,
You to build that wall.
I wanted to be able to sleep tonight, thank you. I had really weird dreams about Tenet, by the way, guys. We'll have to talk about it when this is over.
No spoilers.
Good movie. Confusing as hell. I still have to get on YouTube and watch some explainers because
Steven will, he'll throw a firebolt at the one on the ground.
beautiful. That'll hit.
Where's that damage in, an actual attack setting? And then Steven will, with his bonus action, disappear from right in front of on his eyes. And he will Misty Step.
Ooh.
Just all the things.
There. And then he's going to continue to move.
You want to stand up?
Oh, sure. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
sure.
thought that was implied with the me throwing a firebolt from the ground. So yes, sorry.
Half your movement to stand up.
Okay,
Just,
that
just add it
that-
into the movement.
yeah, there we go. That's 15 feet.
And you can roll a Constitution saving throw just to save against the poison.
Oh, okay.
Still poisoned, it seems.
Did you want another firebolt roll then?
Oh, yeah, I do actually. Apologies.
Okay, good.
Seemed fine.
All right,
It writes itself.
cool.
Does the Lynx want to do anything?
Yeah, the Lynx will move right here and sniff at what this thing is.
Beautiful. Seems to be a goblin. He sniffs back at the Lynx.
They're both
Alpha.
dwarf. Either.
The goblin's wearing a Lynx pelt. Just kidding, but he's thinking about one.
Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. How's good buddy Cat doing? Well,
You can tell he's hurt, but it's hard to tell how hurt.
Arthur will stow his bow and draw forth the flame-tongued spear
Ooh.
and prepare. Saru, get out of there!
It's pretty cool.
That's
I'm 3 turns away, but good luck. Oh, you're not attacking. Oh.
Isabel.
I'm gonna step out. I'm just gonna cast. Another masculine word at Saru, Anna, Arthur, Isabel.
Nice.
beefcakes.
11 points. To each of you.
To everyone?
No. I don't think I can reach you.
Only those who are bold enough to stay in the room.
Oh, 60
Big talk
feet.
from a guy
Can
who
I
can
see?
down.
Can I see Steven actually? Can I see Steven?
You can actually. He's
Yeah. Okay.
within.
Yeah. Hit Steven as well.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah, you can.
I was thinking it was 30 feet range. It's 60. And Isabel will just take the dodge action.
You can roll a Constitution save against your poison. Maybe next time. The troll will first try to recharge. Fail. First attack coming against the shadow with the claw. 15 to hit. Does not hit. Second attack against the shadow. 25 to hit. Will kill it. Leaving the bite for Saru. Bite coming at Saru. 11 to hit.
Nope.
8 gonna do it. We will squeeze back to gain a bit of cover. So there. Saru, it's your go.
So he's going to inspire himself.
You.
Whatever.
Nice.
Yeah. And then he is going to focus hard on his next melee attack, which really needs to hit. Oh, that's a level? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, let's see. So he will... Oh, yeah. He is going to cast this. He's going to
Start.
do that at 3rd level.
Oh, God.
328 necrotic on 3d10. Holy moly.
You use
He
that
would
spell.
be, I would say he'd be inspired with the... Yeah, hold on.
If I told you all you have to do is roll a 1,
Oh!
because a 16 will hit for 31.
1 point of necrotic.
Oh my goodness.
As you reach out with your claw and just like rake it against, you see this black necrotic energy just climb up this thing as it howls in agony as you deal 31 points of damage. 10, 10, 8. That's beautiful.
It would actually... Hold on. It would actually be... Add 17 to that, because I would get 2 more d10s because I cast it 2 levels higher.
So you cast it at the 3rd level?
You got that. You got that's
You
what
already
the
got
3
that.
points is.
Oh,
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
already? Okay,
It was a
never mind
2.
then.
It was a 2 and a
It just
1.
was a really bad roll on one of
Yeah.
them. And then
Yeah.
the best roll I've ever seen on the other one.
It was so that higher level cast is the two
My description's
2d10s.
wrong then. So my description says it's 3d10.
Yeah, it's 3d10 plus 2d10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's-
And
it's right.
That's what you
it rolled 5. It rolled 5d10.
Okay.
If you hover your mouse over the numbers, it'll tell you exactly what
Yeah,
they're like.
okay.
And so
that 3 is really misleading.
No, it just says 3d10, 10, 10, and an 8.
Yeah, and then
go
then
up.
hover over
the three above.
three.
The three
Because
above
that
is
that
the
has
higher
a 2,
level.
a 2 and a 1. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. It's just kind of shocking that you got a 2 and a 1 and then a 10, 10, 8. It's kind of crazy. As that necrotic damage courses through it, it does splatter Anna and Saru, as it is wont to do, with 4 points of damage. Maybe its lowest yet. Anything else? Anything? It is still alive. It is still alive. Anything else, Saru?
No.
Beautiful. Xerxes.
Xerxes sits down, crisscross style, and begins to work on his gun.
Classic. Classic Xerxes. The gun, just how I can't believe it, to be honest. To be completely honest. Anna.
Anna will 5-foot step to get advantage, and we'll see who dies first.
She stares at Bell right in the face.
Bold strategy.
Pick me up when I fall.
Alright, on the first, dealing 11 points of damage.
Yep, you should probably roll those 2d8 for do my second.
It has 12 hit points.
Oh no!
7 points of damage.
Okay, she's up.
7 points to Saru as well.
She's up.
This next attack's going to take you both down.
Got it.
Taking the creature below.
Enough.
Dealing 14 points of damage.
Called it.
Downing on in the process. Precisely.
Shooter's gonna shoot. Bloodhunter's gonna bloodhunter.
It is then WarBreath's turn, who looks wearily at the cat before it. Will bonus action disengage, running into this room. And slamming the door behind it.
Cat would have swiped at it.
Bonus action disengage.
Yeah. No, it's flavor swipe.
Oh, it's flavor swipe. Flave swipe.
Flavor
Beautiful. Yeah, as Cat swipes at the creature, it kind of deftly dodges out of the way. And we all know that swipe was likely a natural 20 waiting to happen because Cat only rolls natural 20s.
Cat only rolls natural 20s.
Clavius.
10 feet of movement there. Gonna... I can't do that in the same turn. I'll put the shadow to the south of Anna, and that'll be my turn.
Steven.
I'll move over here.
Roll the disadvantage, if you will.
Funsies.
Fail.
Critical fails always possible. Beautiful. If I gotta roll it all, you guys gotta roll it all. Lynx, that's your go.
Lynxy Poo will hang out, scratching at the door.
Love it. Arthur.
Arthur, uttering the word to light the spear aflame, will drive it into the troll.
Finishing this harrowing combat. Wow. Wow, I say.
Isabel, as you walk up to Anna, you'll see that like this pendant on her chest just like pulses red. And she's like, looks like she's not like bleeding. She's like stable.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Just so you know.
Isabel will still reach down and will heal Anna for 14 plus 9. So 23.
23.
And help you to your feet.
Gods of dawn and dusk. What the fuck were all these trolls doing in here?
Should have gone around.
Was that a goblin in here?
It was a goblin.
I shot back into that room where Kat sat. Are we all here? Are we all alive? Where's Stephen and the old
Seems
man?
that way.
Out front.
They're out there.
Did his gun jam again?
Shh. He's sensitive about that. You know that.
It happened to the age.
Careful.
I haven't made the blue pill yet.
But he's working on it. Always tinkering on something.
He's always tinkering.
Anna will wearily weep up to the door that Cat is scratching on. Cat scratch fever on the door.
Cat scratch feet.
Cat scratch fever.
And we'll just go. There are no more trolls. We mean you no harm. And if you are WarBreath, just know that the Lady of the Hollow sent us.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, I want to so bad. Ready for this to be a bad roll, though. Actually, let me find out if I get unconscious, if it goes away.
Oh no.
Nope, I'm all right. It's still pulsing through my veins.
You're still going to have to go through the protocol, though.
I did go unconscious. You hear from beyond the door. All trolls are dead.
How many of them were there?
Four.
How many trolls were there compared to how many hands you have? The same, or more, or less?
More.
Fuck.
We've got to get out of here. We've got to get out of here. I know he's a goblin, but we can't risk it.
They're not the brightest, but
Roll an intelligence check. Arthur and Anna.
Just straight up intelligence save.
Yeah, straight. Just intelligence check, no save. Just click the intelligence word. You cheater! You dirty rotten cheater!
it's +0. It's +0.
Ah, well, then it's fine. Anna, you recall encountering two similar creatures on the road on your way north. And thinking back, you recall manacles similar to those that you actually saw here on those creatures.
It's a fun Easter egg.
I think we already took down the other two. They had those same manacles on. WarBreath. The four trolls are gone.
You see the door just like barely creak open, and this little beady orange eye peers out. It's like kind of flat nose, tall rabbity ears, and he's kind of staring.
Looks ready to pounce.
Immediately when he sees the cat, the door slams shut.
Cat, come back here. Cat will kind of turn its head back around, its body still facing the door. Turn its head back to the door. Turn its head back to Arthur, and then turn and move towards him.
Flip everybody off as it does. Knock a glass of water off of a table.
Stick its ass in the air.
Show everyone its butthole.
What's the name of this place again? Camp Stinks?
Stinkwater Run.
Stinkwater Run. Clavius will shout. WarBreath is king again! WarBreath is king of stink, whatever it was. Come out, celebrate! And like do it in a like really lower IQ. Like
yeah, roll a persuasion check with advantage. Isabella and Steven, you guys will have saved at this point by now on your poison.
Oh, cool.
The door again creaks back open, and this goblin standing about 3 feet tall with this dark black mohawk between those two rabbity ears kind of walks out proudly. See, he's wearing like a pieced together chain shirt, and he's dragging a shield that looks a bit too big for him behind him. It's probably just a buckler, but it's still a bit too big for him. And he walks out and kind of looks at you all. And, WarBreath is king. And that's where we'll end it.